Hi, it's Lou from Lou's Garden and Farm Equipment. I'm here today just to proudly introduce one of our new lines. We're carrying the Efco line. Right now we have, of course, the grass trimmer, and just doing a little comparison between the Efco, which a lot of people probably don't know much about. It is a very large company. It's actually the third largest company, power equipment company in the world. It is pretty much known everywhere else in the world except here in North America, which has just been introduced in the last couple of years. And like I said, it's the third largest company, and I guess they're going to try to make some inroads here in North America. And I'm going to do a little comparison between the Efco and a much more established North American company, and just to show you the difference. This is my personal trimmer. I've had it for a number of years. It's a good trimmer. I'm not complaining, but I'm just going to give you the lowdown in between the two. I'm going to start from the back and then move our way to the front and do a comparison here. Now you can see the two gas caps. Now if you notice, the Efco is nicely designed gas cap. It has a wide opening, it is clear from everything, and it has a deep throat here. Now why do I mention that? Because when I use my trimmer, it has a very little opening here, and what happens inevitably with this unit is you fill it up, and you try to fill it up right to the top, and you spill it over. This unit does have a very large tank compared to that one, compared to the Efco, but I can tell you right off that the Efco goes farther on the fuel. It's very fuel efficient compared to the two units. Both the units are about the same class. Now, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. That is very narrow. So when you're filling up, and you want to, of course, fill it up as much as you can tend to get here, and then it flows over. It's something that is a complaint about this kind of unit. This won't happen, as you can see, with the Efco. It's a nice design. They really thought that through. Moving on, there's, you got no tools filter on both units. This, of course, has the plastic, but it has a little slit here, and the reason why that slit is you really get it tightened up. You could undo it with a screwdriver. Just twist that. The adjustments are really very well laid out. They're all right there, very clear. And on the Efco, well, not so much. You have to kind of hunt around for it. Of course, then the primer bulb right there, and there's a primer bulb on the Efco. Funny little spot for the choke. It's down here, but it is well laid out, and once you know where it is, it's not a big deal. Of course, this is well laid out. It's right out in the open. So, two pretty good units. Like I said, you can see this is a fairly heavy machine. When you compare the Efco is actually extremely light. Again, I can hold on to that no problem at all. Whereas the Efco, that is, I can tell you right now, that is substantially heavier unit, and that does factor in, because, you know, of course, the heaviness will just cause you to have fatigue. Now, the other thing too is this is well balanced. When you grip it, it is like, feels like nothing in your hands. Where that is fairly top heavy. That engine is fairly heavy, and it causes you to kind of favor the one side. Now, moving over to the off switch, the Efco is a very convenient, just push down, let go, and that's all it is to turn it off. I'll demonstrate that later on, but that's all you do. With the Efco, of course, you have a switch. Now, of course, when you have a switch like this, inevitably you always forget to turn it off. You try to start it, you pull 3 or 4 times, and you realize, then you flooded the engine on a couple occasions. So that right there is ready to go. And we'll get that started in a second. Now, moving off to the handles. Here's the Efco. It has a padded handle. Now, you may think that is great, but I got to tell you something. And I noticed that when I'm using it, when you have a padded handle, you tend to want to squeeze it. And that causes fatigue in your forearm because you're always constantly gripping it like this because it just doesn't feel right. This is hard plastic and you think, okay, but no, you can just have it very loose in your hand. The other thing too is this is contoured. It has a lot of different angles to it and you can find a more comfortable area to grip, where this is straight and it kind of just doesn't, if you can see what I'm talking about, it just doesn't quite conform. And it does actually quite get you kind of tired when you're actually trimming around. Now moving to the business end of it, we've got, of course, the standard kind of unit with the twine twirled inside. There's 2 loops in there. You have to put it through the hole, you know. It's kind of a cumbersome process. It's one of the things that you have to put up with one of these. The Efco is what they call a load and go. I hope you can see that. What you do is you line up 2 arrows. There's an arrow on the green part and there's an arrow on the black, and you line it up and you feed the line through and then you twist the green knob and that just gets it wound up. It is by itself a very good design. That alone is worth the machine. Now we're going to get these started up and I'll show you how well they start. Now I did get these warmed up a little bit, so they shouldn't be no problem to start, but we'll choke it up here a little bit. Notice that? Now if you turn it off, just push that down, and then you can forget about it. You don't have to worry about switches or anything like that. It's a nice design. Now this is the Echo, and it too was warmed up, so it should, and it always starts perfect. I mean, this is not a complaint about this machine. I just have to make sure that this is in the on position, which it is. Pull back on the switch. Like I said, the machine engine wise is very, very good. Both machines are very good in that capacity. Not a complaint with that. Like I said, though, then you go around and trim, and they both do the pretty good job. They both trim beautifully. Not a problem that way. But like I said, the Efco just has a few design features in it that just make it a much nicer machine to use, all in all. Well, that's it for now. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you next time.